Hey guys, it's Omen Drummer here. Recently I've been getting quite a few requests to do more drum tours, and I actually said to quite a lot of people that I'd do one again at 10,000 video views, and now I'm over 20,000, so yay for me. But yeah, sorry that I kind of missed the ball on that one. But I've kind of been waiting till I had sort of, like, my kit didn't really change for quite a while, so I didn't really see a point in doing another drum tour. But today I'm actually going to do two for you. I'm going to do one for the way I have my kit set up right now, and then I'm going to change it to my sort of bigger setup, and I'll do another tour of that. So to kick it off, this is my smaller setup. So obviously it's all the same drum kit, just different parts and different places. So yeah, to start off, there's the 22 by 18 inch kick drum, the centerpiece for all of my drum kits. I've still got the same snare. I haven't upgraded to a new one, although I really do want to get a nice steel snare. I just don't really have the money, and I can kind of get this one sounding half decent. So yeah, this is 14 point by 5.5 inches, just the standard snare. Yeah, then the only rack tom I've got on here is the 12 by 9. Yeah, 12 by 9. 12 by 9. Yeah, that is 12 by 9. 12 by 9, as I've just said like 4 times. And then I've got the 14 by 14 inch floor tom and the 16 by 16 inch. If you don't do it, then just try, if you can get your hands on a second floor tom. I really recommend having two. It's just so much fun to beat on those two. Yeah, so that's the main sort of setup. The kit is still exactly the same as what it was last time. It's the Mapex Horizon. Probably won't focus in very well on that, but yeah, there you go, Mapex Horizon. And it's in snow white, with chrome hardware, which I want black hardware, but too much money to change it. But anyway, so yeah, how I have everything set up is literally sort of like as low as it can go. Like, well, obviously not as low, but pretty low. Like, if you look, the floor toms are pretty much in line with the top of the bass drums. That just gives you sort of an idea of how low everything is. Snare drum slightly higher, but not much higher, and then a couple of inches up to the rack tom, and that's literally as low as that snare stand that I've got it mounted on back there will go, unless I take the memory clamp off, which is too much effort for like half an inch. So yeah, I'm still, as of right now, using the exact same bass drum pedals. They are the next thing to be upgraded, because these ones are really starting to hold me back. I'm looking at getting the Mapex Raptor, and once I do, there will be reviews of them. Anyway, on to cymbals. I still have the Paiste PSD5 14 inch rock hats. I don't know if I've actually, yeah, no, it wouldn't have been like this in my last drum tour because that was a long time ago, but if you look there, this is the bottom hat. It's kind of thicker than the top hat, and I swapped them around slightly for better, well, basically you kind of just get a bit more attack off of the thicker top hi-hat, if that makes sense. And then also, if we look in the bottom hi-hat, there's this cutout, which I actually managed to crack a hi-hat somehow. I don't question it, but basically that worked out quite well, because I got it scalpel, however whatever cymbal people call it. Yeah, I got it basically cut out, and what it does is, if any of you have ever seen some like higher end hi-hats, quite often the bottom hi-hat will either have holes like in the bell, or it'll be wavy, or a cutout like that to help the air get out when you close it, so that it's not sort of trapping air within it. So it actually works quite well. They're a lot crisper now, so that's one thing I actually recommend if you're sort of finding your hi-hats don't really sound quite how you want them. If you know someone that can do it for cheap, just ask if they'll just cut a chunk out, and just see if it improves them for you. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Then up here, this crash, you've never seen this before. This is my Paiste PST8 18 inch rock crash that has a lot of fingerprints on it right now, because I took it to a band practice the day after I shined it, or polished it rather, and well, Louis, this is what you did to my cymbal. And yes, it will polish out, but like that takes effort and stuff. But I'm not happy with you right now. I'm kidding, I love you, Lou. Then over on this side, this is actually my 20-inch rock ride PSD5, so the same ride that I had ages ago. Yesterday I actually managed to crack it, because yes, I have been using it as sort of like a crash ride, so you probably won't be able to see that, but there's the tiniest little hairline crack appearing just here, which at the moment hardly does anything, but will surely spread soon, so looks like I'm going to need a new ride. And I think I'm done with Paiste. I think or Paiste, or however the hell you want to call it, or whatever, yeah, whatever. This company right here, I think I'm done with them. All my PSD5s have now cracked at one point or another. Of course, the actually apart from my 10-inch splash, that's still kicking. But yeah, I kind of want to move on to Sabian. So then on top of that, I have a Stagg black metal bell. I know the size is 6 inches, but for the life of me, I can't remember whether it's the low, medium, or high one. Bought it from a local music store, so I don't really have any online receipts I can look up. But yeah, it goes ping really loud, so I like that about it. Then my china. I really don't like this china, but it's literally like the cheapest china that I could find online, because I just needed one really rushed, and it's got some stick in it. This is the Meinl HCS 18-inch china, about 50 quid, sounds like absolute garbage, and yeah, I'm just waiting until I crack a massive hole in it so I can justify buying a new one. But yeah, so I don't like him. That's most of this drum kit done. Obviously I've got my huge metal fan over here, who you may remember from the first video. Obviously from my last drum tour, well yeah, like I'm in a room now, which obviously I've been in for ages, but my last drum tour was probably over a year ago now. So yeah, it's all been moved around quite a lot. My drum kit used to be sort of over here, and this used to be an attic, and yeah, used to have no recording gear or anything, but I still have a pile of cymbals that I don't like over there, just as I did before. So yeah, the drumsticks I'm using at the moment, in case anyone cares, are Pelwood. They're the B-Line 5B Classic in, well, they're hickory with wooden tips. Really nice cheap sticks. That's pretty much all I have to say about them. If you want to try out some of these, just contact me. I'll put you in touch with the UK or the UK distributor if you're in the UK, or I can try and get hold of the American guy if you want to. Well, yeah, if you want to try them out. These, I really like them. They're sort of cheap as hell. They don't last massively long, but I mean, for me, no drumstick does. So like, I mean, I've actually found these last longer than Vic Firth. That's why I use them, and they're not 11 quid for a pair. They're like, oh god, I don't know how much they are at the moment, but hardly anything. So you can buy like masses of them. I buy them in like I think packs of 16 or something like that. Yeah, I just sort of mass get them. So that's nice. But yeah, I really recommend them. Drum throne, piece of crap. Just came with it. It wobbles like hell. Makes it quite tricky for doing fast double bass stuff. But I don't really want to spend lots of money on something that doesn't make noise, so that's why that's still here. All the hardware I'm using, except for my snare stand, which I'll get to in a minute, is Mapex 500 series, including the double bass pedal, the hi-hat stand. That is a boom stand, but I have it set as a straight stand because, yeah, in case I didn't say, this is sort of like my metalcore, everything low, pound it really hard drum kit, giggity. Yeah, so that's a boom stand, but used as a straight cymbal stand. Under there I have my 500 series snare stand, because I replaced that snare stand with a new one. Another boom stand used as a straight stand, and an actual straight stand this time. So yeah, all 500 series, except for, I'm just going to have to get them out because I really like this guy. Underneath my snare is the Gibraltar Ultra Adjust snare stand. For those of you that don't know what this thing is, it's basically wizardry for drums. my camera just cut out, so sorry about that. I'm back. This is yeah, wizardry for drummers. It's well, first of all, it's beautiful. It's the Gibraltar Ultra Adjust snare stand. This is the old version. I got it second hand off of a guy on eBay who was selling it for really cheap because he said he didn't know what brand it was, so he couldn't sell it as a branded thing. He also had it listed wrong. He had it under just snare basket, not sort of snare stand. And yeah, so I got it really cheap off of him, which I like good deals. But yeah, basically this thing here is the Ultra Adjust ball. In case you don't know what that is, Gibraltar have lots of videos on it, but effectively it just means that you can tilt this snare basket any direction you want. Like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of overkill for something that you just kind of set and lock and leave, but still it's so much nicer. Like my old snare drum stand, which is holding up the tom, is a geared system, so you can only sort of get quite severe angles off it. Like each next tooth would be like way different from what I wanted, but this, obviously there's no teeth, so you can just get it wherever the hell you want. It's an insanely rugged thing. Yeah, I mean, I bought it because I was sort of like, right, at some point I'm going to want to buy a really heavy duty snare stand. This guy's selling it cheap, and it'll probably last me for the majority of my drumming career. So yeah, that's my only bit of hardware that isn't Mapex 500 series. Yeah, so that's pretty much my drum kit. I'll just go over heads quickly. On the snare, I've got a black coated Evans hydraulic, which is it's really nice. It also, I just love the contrast of the black on white for the snare. And then on the bottom, if I can get around to it, I have a Hazy 300. Toms, the rack toms, this is including the other rack toms that I don't use, but I have Evans EC2s on the rack tom and the two floor toms, and the resonant heads are still the Remo, whatever they're called, UX single ply, crappy stock heads that come with it. And then on the kick drum, I have an EMAD 2 with a double slam patch thing just to help it live a bit longer, although I recently took it to a festival where other drummers used it, and right down here, you probably can't see it, it's all torn up where somebody put the cam from their bass drum pedal right against it and grinded away at it, so it's a bit of a pain. Wasn't wanting to get rid of this one just yet. It's still very nice, but I mean, they've only gone through the first ply, so I'm kind of just looking away from that at the moment. So yeah, that's my small drum setup, and I'll probably be uploading the rest of the videos today as well. I'll be doing the big setup, and I'll probably do a video on me changing from this drum kit to the other one, like switching everything around. A time lapse. Sorry. Yeah, so I've been Omen Drummer. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the other videos that I'm going to put out today, and yeah, goodbye.